Hello designers, this is me Azad and it is day 5 of Beginners to Pro series in AutoCAD. In last lesson we saw about some of the practical examples with the help of with the use of your draw tool and the modify tool, and this is gonna be the part 2 of it. Okay, so yeah, so let's start the video, and as of yesterday how we did the same way. External reference we are going to do, and we are going to attach the PDF file. If you do have the image file, that also you can do, no issues. Yeah, so here you can see this will be going to my designs. Yeah, so in that I'll just start with this. In this you can see this is also the symmetrical object only. Okay, so where I can just draw this one and the other side automatically you can just mirror it. Okay, yeah, so here if you can see the value. Okay, so of this circle and this it is of 10 and 20 radius, and one more circle is there which is of also like 20 radius only. Okay, so all three are circle center is aligned vertically. Okay, and these two are concentric and this is a distance and the distance is of 75, right? So I'll be going to start with the radius circle of one is of 10, okay, and one more is of 20, 20, okay, and the same circle of 20 radius has to be there here also at a distance of 75. So that's why I'll be just going to copy this. Okay, so with respect to 75 value. Okay, yeah, so this one let me just move it aside. Okay, so then you can see here there's a line. Okay, so this line diagram I have to draw. Okay, so for which the value of that is of 20, 15, 5 again in this direction. It will be again of 15, 15 only. Then again it is 20. So again 15 and in this way. Okay, so for that like I have to divide or like minus this. So yeah, we'll just start it. Okay, so line. So from this quadrant I have to start basically. Yeah, so here you can see this is of 20. So I'll go for 20 here. Okay, so again in the top of 15, okay, in this direction of 5, and in this direction of again 15 only, okay, and in this direction again 20, again top 15, okay, again in this direction, I have to do the calculation, right? So total it is 160. In that I have to minus 130, which will be over 30. Okay, so in that 30 I have to divide by 2. Okay, why? Because this side half and that side half. Okay, so which will be make you as 15 only. Okay, so 15 you have to do. Okay, so again in the top portion, okay, so it is given this side. Okay, so it's of 24. So above it is of 24. Okay, and then from here to there should be a line. Okay, so that line, yeah, so we'll just see. Okay, so I'll just exit from it. You can see here there is a tangential line which comes from the quadrant of this circle. Okay, and then from here there is a line which is making an angle of 112, right? So here the thing is I have to create one line from this quadrant, a straight line like this. Okay, and then from here I have to do one line. Okay, so at an angle of 112. Okay, so the thing is, as you know, the angle will be taking from the horizontal line. Okay, so then I have to minus 90 from here because it is taking completely in this way. So that's why I have to minus 90 in that. Okay, so if I just minus 90 in this, so it makes it as 22, right? So 112 minus 90 will be 22, right? So 22 degree I have to keep. Okay, so I have to create a line which is of 22. Okay, so from here, as of now, I'm in a sorry, ortho mode. I can just turn it off and have to go for. In this way, you just make it as a like somewhat line. Okay, so extension line. But tab has to be 22. Okay, yeah. So that is the thing. And then other thing we can just trim. No issues. You'll trim this here, and I will be going to just manage here with this. Okay. Yeah. So together it has to be 122, right? So angular. So 112. You can see the same 112 what we have here. Okay, so we are going to get here also. Okay, yeah. So that is the thing. Then the thing is the same thing I'll be going to mirror that side because the same things only I have that side also. So I'll just choose this and I wanted to mirror with the help of this center. So to the center. Okay, so where is source object? No. Then again I have to trim. Okay, so trim this. Okay, so this makes you the circle, sorry, the shape of this. Okay, so still there are some circles and the squares are also there. Okay, so we'll just focus on that. You can see this a rectangle. Okay, so at what position it is, we don't know. Okay, so yeah, so there, it is not given also. Okay, but the thing is, I can just maintain this point is equivalent to this edge. Okay, so otherwise you can take a line also. Like if you updated a like a PDF. Okay, so you can be able to access the snaps also in your PDF. Okay, you can see it is matching with that line. Okay, so that's why I'll create a rectangle. Okay, so from here, which is matching to this. Okay, and then from where I have to create. Okay, so the thing is here also, if you can see, it is aligned central. Okay, so if it is aligned center means the value of this is of 15, right? So 15 value, the thing is I have to take a line from here. Okay, so then I wanted to create till here, right? So yeah, that is also like you can do. So you, as you know, like some total distance it is of 160. Okay, so in that if I just minus half, okay, so it will becomes as 80, right? So 80 will come at exactly middle. Okay, so but in that you have to just minus this half of this, which will be like 7.5, right? So 80 minus 70, like 7.5 you have to do, right? So I'll create a line for the reference. Okay, so for the reference I'll create a line which is, and like one more thing in the AutoCAD, if you don't want it to calculate, otherwise the calculation it is in terms of points, you can give the direct calculation also in the value. Okay, so suppose as of now I wanted 80 minus 7.5, right? So if I like if I like this also, if I give, okay, so it will take the value. Okay, you can see. Okay, so it came at an reference, and then you take a rectangle from there of 15 tab 15. Okay, so yeah, I think it came now. Mhm. Okay, so I think there is some sorry. Anyways, okay, so fine, no issues. Okay, what else you can do is the thing is directly you do like this. Okay, so instead of that, you take a rectangle. From here you just start. Okay, so you make it as a 15 tab 15. Okay, and then what you do, take this and move according to this. Okay, so with respect to this reference, right? So likewise also you can be able to do. Okay, so that calculation part. Okay, so it will come actually. I don't know, like there is some glitch or something. It's okay. Okay, so like this also you can be able to do that. Okay, yeah. So that is the thing. Yeah. So and one more thing, if it is a rectangle like this, actually it is a square. Okay, so which means this 15 is for this side also. Okay, so that is what it means. Yeah, so yeah, this is the shape, and then one more two circles are there. Okay, so whose center distance is of 110, and the total, as we know, like it is of 160, which means 50 this side and 50 total, in which 25 this side and 25 this side. Okay, and this vertical distance, yeah, it is not given. Okay, so, but yeah, still I can take the center, it is aligned with the center of this. Okay, so likewise only I'll be going to do that. Okay, so I'll take a circle. Okay, so whose diameter? Okay, so whose diameter it is of, yeah, I think yeah, it is not given actually. Okay, so the diameter or the radius it is not given. So you take accordingly. Okay, so here it is of radius 10. So it is not equal to that, but smaller than that. Okay, so which means the diameter of this will be 20. So I'll make the diameter of this as 15. Okay, so nearby values. Okay, so I'll take a diameter circle, and I'll be going to draw on the center point of this. Okay, so I'll tell you why. Okay, so I'll take a 15, and then the same thing I'll be just going to move it for 25. It will give me the exact middle distance. Okay, so how it is there here. In the same way, here also it will be going to come. Okay, so then you can just select that and you can mirror it. Okay, so from the center. Okay, otherwise you can go for the copy also with respect to 110. Okay, so that also you can be able to do. Okay, so it's up to you. And anyways, as you know, like for a single, like for the particular example, we can do it in multiple way. Okay, yeah. So coming to the second one, it is of in this way it is 200. In this way it is 40 plus 30, and one more 30 will come this side, which means it is also like 200 only. So it's a 200 square. Right. So I'll take a rectangle. So 200 tab 200. Okay, so 200 tab 200 at the end. Okay, so at the exactly middle, okay, so there is a circle. Okay, so whose diameter is of 40. Okay, so radius, sorry, radius is of 40. So I'll take a center. So I'll create a 40. Okay, yeah, so then this fillet thing will come to that. Okay, so otherwise now only you can do which is of 10. So I'll take a fillet, the radius of 10, enter. I'll go for the polyline and I'll choose the edge. Okay, so that everywhere it has to like come together. Okay, yeah. So then here there is a thing. Okay, so we have to create this particular slot. We call this as a slot. Okay, so the to arc slot we call it as, because it in like circular manner, right? So here the thing is, here there is a arc whose angle, the between angle it is of 110. Okay, so this side angle it is not given. Yeah, but the thing is we can assume it. Okay, so we can assume it for some 30. Okay, so to make it as a proportion. Yeah, so I'll just take a line for that reference from the center. Okay, so from the center, I'll just turn off this. I'll take it for tab of 30. Okay, yeah. So then one more side, that side, which will be taking it as like from here to here 30. So 110 together, 110, and 30 will be 140. Okay, so tab 140, right? This one it is one not. Yeah, 110 only it is there. Okay, so 110 plus 30 will be 140. So I give it as a 140 only. Okay. Yeah. So then I'll just take a arc. Okay. Yeah, I think the thing is, wait. See, it is a total 110 it is there, right? So it has to be symmetric, obviously, right? So for it has to be symmetric, so total angle it has to be 180. Okay. So in that 180, if I just minus this one, okay, so which is 110, so it will make me as 35 this side, 35 that side. Okay. So instead of taking it as 30, I'll take it as 35 so that it will be symmetric in nature. Okay. So instead of taking now 30, okay, so what you can do, you can just rotate it for 5 degrees also. Okay. So that also you can be able to do because already we gave it as 30. So if you rotate it by 5 degree, it will becomes as again a normal thing. Okay. Yeah. So that is the thing. And then here there is a fillet, sorry, arc. Okay. So whose radius it is of 70. Okay. So here I can go with the center, start and end. Okay. So because I know the value. Okay. So I'll just go with the center, start and radius. Sorry, arc, center, start and I'll go with. Okay, so center is this. Okay, and the start has to be in this line. Okay, so with respect to how much like radius it is, it's of 70. Okay, so basically how I have to give means 70 tab 30 I have to give. Okay, so for the first point, and then otherwise you just create it. Okay, so like this, and then later you can just trim these things. Okay, then just select this and delete. Okay. So here this line it is there. Okay, I wanted to offset it. Okay, so because here it is top also it is there, at the bottom also it is there. So that's why I'll just the simple thing will be offset only, and the radius of that. Okay, so radius of that, mm, actually, yeah, that is also not given. Many things are there here which is not given. It's okay. Okay, so we can assume it still for 10 mm. So offset, so 10 mm this side and this side. Okay, yeah, I'm assuming that as a value of 10. Okay, so I like give it like this, and then I have to create here the arcs. Okay, so these arcs are there, right? So this arc I have to create. Okay, so for which I'll take the center, start, end again. Okay, so center, start, end. Okay, so in the same way other side also center, start, sorry, start, end. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so this completes your that shape basically. Okay, so I'll just delete these things, the reference things. You can see that is what this shape is. Okay, and then we are left out with the bottom thing. Okay, so this shape. Okay, so which is from this side at a distance of 30, and the radius of that is of 10. Okay, so yeah, that is I'll be going to take, and in this direction also again it is not given, so I'll take it as some 30. Okay, so what I will be going to do, I'll take a circle. Okay, so whose radius is of 10. Okay, so I'll take the intersection point of this. I'll be going to draw a circle of 10. Okay, so this circle only I'll be just able can move it in this direction of 30. Okay, and again the same circle in this direction 30. Okay, yeah, so the same circle I'll be copying. Okay, so with the center distance, what it is there over here. Okay, so the center distance of 140. Okay, I'll turn on this 140. Okay, that's it. Okay, so then I'll be going to take a line. Okay, so from this quadrant to this quadrant. Okay, then from this quadrant to this quadrant. Okay, and then the between edges you can just trim it. Okay, yeah, so this makes that particular shape. Okay, yeah, so this is how like the simple thing only. Yeah, so let's go further. Okay, so this one here you can see I can start with anywhere. Okay, so anyways I'll start from here. Okay, so which is of 50 in this direction, it is of slot. Okay, so whose dimension is not given, so but here it is 30, so which means I can take this as a some 20. Okay, so I'll take the line, so in this direction of 50, in the inside portion it is of 20 I'm going to take. Okay, otherwise 25 also you can take. Okay, so 25 will be better. So 25. in this direction. Okay, in the above direction it is 5. Okay, again it has to match to this. Okay, and then in above it is 35. In this direction it is 40. Okay, yeah. So much is there. But here this dimension is not given. Okay, so we'll come to that. Again from this side I'll just go with. Okay, so yeah, so for that I have to calculate the distance. Okay, so then only I can be able to give the total distance of this. Okay, so here you see the simple calculation it is there. Okay, so this side is of 40. Okay, and then this side is of 40, so which means together it is 80. Okay, so I have to calculate how much is this. Okay, so if you can see here, here the bottom distance it is given. Okay, so which is of 20, right? So here the angle it is given, which is 90. Okay, so the thing is I wanted to calculate this, right? So for which what I can do is, see, I can go with the line. Okay, so drawing something like this. Okay, so which makes this as your I will like this thing. Okay, so the hypotenuse. Okay, so this is the hypotenuse with the opposite and the adjacent, right? So right angle triangle. Okay, so here the thing is this will be 90 degrees. Okay, and I want this angle. Okay, so this angle if the value. Okay, so actually I wanted this value. Okay, so here the angle it is given which is of 90. Okay, so together if I just maintain till this, which means here it will be it has to be 45. So then 45 this side, 45 this side, together it becomes as a 180, right? So if it is 45, the value what it is there this side has to be equal to this. Why? Because the tan 1 will be equal to the value what it is given. Okay, so that's why the what value it is there here. So here also it has to be same. Okay, so which will be 20, right? So how to draw that? Here you can see I have to take a line. So in this direction it has to be 20. Okay, so in this direction also it has to be 20. Okay, so then only it makes, okay, so that thing. Okay, so which means if it is, if at all it is there here of like 20, so here also it has to be 20, which means together it will be 40, right? So I can just go with the 20 again. So in this section 20. Okay, again I can match with this, and then I can join this. Okay, so which makes me this angle as a 90. Okay, so which is our required angle. You can see that's it, right? So again I'll take one more line. Okay, so this side again of 40. Okay, and in this direction. Okay, so it is going completely because this is a fillet. Okay, so which will come later. Completely I'll go and I'll just match it. Okay, so completely it is of okay, just go with this, join it. So then this is a fillet whose radius is of 25. So I'll go with the fillet of radius 25. Okay, so here, right? That's the thing. And then this circle. Okay, so which is at a distance of 30 and 20. Okay, so and the radius of that is of 10. Okay, so radius circle I'll take. Okay, so here radius is of 10. Okay, so then I can just move it this side of 30. Okay, so and then above side of 20. Okay, yeah, so this is how the this particular example is. Okay, yeah, so these are the some of the example which we saw. Okay, so this is the like last one. Okay, so which I'll give it to up to you guys. Okay, you can if you want you can take a screenshot of this. Okay, so and you can practice this particular thing. Okay, so that is also like easier only. Basically it is also like symmetric object only. You can take half of the portion and other thing you can just mirror it. Okay, so minimal everything it is given already. Okay, so you can just go through it. Yeah, you can get it. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you like it, like the video and share, subscribe the channel. Okay, thank you.